Abby.
Hi, I'm Suni.
And I'm Julia.
And this is our city, Solar Bay.
Welcome to Solar Bay. We are located in the Florida Keys. We chose that location because of its dense tropical climate and year-round humidity. The temperatures range from 70 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit all year round. That's perfect for growing Atlantic salmon and kale, which are our protein and vegetable. We grow our kale in our vertical farming towers. We water it with a saltwater to freshwater irrigation system. The saltwater is taken up from the ocean and filtered through our pumps, which removes all harmful bacteria and salt, which we then, the salt, we send through this tunnel, and we sell it as an export. The fresh water then goes through this tunnel and waters the kale. The top tunnel is climate control. Kale contains 2.9 grams of protein per every 2 ounces. Kale contains vitamins A, B, C, potassium, and carbohydrates. We grow Atlantic salmon in our hydroponic farming system. Atlantic salmon go through a process in their life when they change from freshwater to saltwater fish. When they are ready to do that process, they transfer through this tunnel right here, where they then, in this saltwater building, reproduce and feed on smaller invertebrates on the ocean floor. That gives them protein so we can feed them to our citizens. Atlantic salmon contains 17 grams of protein per every 3 ounces. It contains vitamins A, B, C, D, and it also contains lots of protein and minerals and other carbohydrates that are essential for your daily nutrition.
Our 3 energy sources are solar, wind, and wave power. Solar energy is our most efficient energy source due to our location, which is the Florida Keys, and we are in the sunshine state, so it makes sense to have solar panels. But when it's not sunny out, we do have wind, and we have a wave turbine. And the wave turbine works by using the density, the height, and the speed of the wave to use it as sort of like a water wheel and transfer that into energy. We also have solar panels on top of our boats, which are used for exporting goods and charting tourists around.
The water and waste management in our city is very efficient. We have our 3 waste management buildings over here. We have a recycling plant, our water management buildings, and a rain filter. Our 3 waste management buildings are the compost building, compression, and sewage. We take all the compost and all the food that is food that we can put and we can use it into soil that we use to fertilize our farm. We have our sewage, which takes in all the human waste and goes through reverse osmosis to turn it into water that we can water our grass and our vertical farming. We have our compression that takes in all the garbage that can't be recycled or composted, and it turns it into building blocks that we can use as an export good. We have our water management buildings over here that use desalination using reverse osmosis. We have a rain filter over here that Suni will describe.
Our rain filter, it collects all the rain from heavy storms, including the hurricanes, since we do experience that a lot. There's a series of about 5 filters in there. They're called molecular filters, where they filter out all of the bad bacteria, acid, and other harmful bacteria that has made its way into the rain that can hurt our citizens in any way. We then desalinate it, we send it to the desalination plant, and then we store it in here when it's ready and it's safe to drink.
The transportation in our city is also very efficient. We have a monorail system that goes through our commercial and industrial areas. We have roads and bridges that connect our residential islands to our main island. The monorail has stops for it, and they stop and you can get on a bike to go to the building as you please. We have hybrid cars that go from our residential islands to our main island so that they don't produce pollution and you don't have to use gasoline.
We are a large tourist destination because we are in the Florida Keys. And right here we have a hotel located in the central area of our city, which is also the commercial area. And we have many things for our citizens and tourists to do. In the middle of the monorail system, there is a park, and we have domes that are made out of transition glass and to protect the citizens from harmful rays. And we also have a pier in the middle of our city, and we use that as our primary fishing dock. We have a shopping mall right here, which is essentials for all your daily needs, And on top of that, we have an alarm system to alert the citizens and tourists if there are any heavy storms coming. On top of the hotel, there is a botanical garden so that the tourists can experience what it's like to live in Solar Bay.
We have our engineers, which are incredibly important for our city. We have petroleum, marine, agricultural, architectural. We also have, they're located in here. We have an entire floor just for civil engineers because they are so important to the planning and development of this city. We help, the engineers do help the city to thrive. Without them, we really wouldn't be here.
We use the engineers to do multiple things in our city. The environmental, make sure that anything we're doing in our city doesn't affect the environment around us, because we want our city to be a very environmentally friendly city, and we want our tourists to always be happy here.
Some of the buildings on our model, like the hospital is 500 feet tall in the city, but in our model it is 5 inches because the scale is 1 inch to 100 feet. It contains all the wards you need for your medical needs, so like a pediatric, a surgical, and a normal ward for illnesses. We have our school, which is K through 12, and our Solar Bay University, and they have state-of-the-art technology to ensure the best education we can for our city. We have our police department, our fire department, and a large grocery store located to the west of our commercial area, and over here we have the residential area where the residents live and to get away from the busy work.
We really hope you will visit Solar Bay soon. We feel that it's a great tourist attraction, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation.
Thank you.
Sure. You guys did a really good job of going through all the different